Hey everybody, what's up? Horaud here, and welcome to the 5.2 live stream for Genshin Impact. Pretty excited because it feels like, I swear 5.1 was just like not even a few days ago. It just flew by. We had Shilonen on the first half, and then Nikita and Horaud in the second half. But this version, I'm very curious. I know they announced that it's going to be Chasca, I believed. So that means we should also be getting drip marketing soon for the next version. Maybe some of weekend news? Oh. The hell?
Archon still managing to sow discord, even after all these years.
I don't know what happened.
If you want to resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third-party facilitator.
Weird. It just froze.
At this time and place, I'll bet the easiest
Bro,
person
she's
to
just
find
flying
is-
in the fucking air. What? Oh.
His spirit has gotten
Damn.
lost
Oh,
and
it's a
can't find its way
Horaud.
back to his body.
Yeah.
I just want to rescue someone, and Granny won't let me.
Granny woman. What was that? Was that a little, like a cryo
500
dragon?
years later, and it's resurfaced again.
I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes.
Dude, come on. What is happening right now?
Knock him down.
I don't know what's happening, bro. I can't even enjoy the video.
Before the final moment truly arrives, we must fight harder than ever.
I'm gonna have to re-record that. That's bullshit. I don't know why the fuck it just froze 3 times in the middle of the video. God damn it, dude. That's so fucking frustrating. Why? It was fine. It was working just fine. And the second it goes to the video, it just fucking pauses, bro. What the hell? Alright, well, I'm not having a good start to the day. This is not helping. Either way, though, so we know that Chasca is going to be available. Looks like she was flying. And of course, right when we're getting some information from Capitano, it's just like, nope, just gonna pause. Like, god damn it, bro. So annoying. We're also not gonna have any VAs, so I think it should still be the localization team. Get this shit off of here. I literally turned it off already. It should be the localization team again, explaining us everything. So I don't think it's going to be that long to stream, honestly.
Hey travelers, welcome to the Genshin Impact
up?
version 5.2 special program.
So quiet.
I'm Gabe from the Loke team.
And I'm Kai. We meet again.
What's up, boys?
Whoa, a cuckoo soar. Want to join us?
Hey, don't be shy. Come out and say hello.
I'm not sure what that meant, but it was adorable.
Yeah.
She approves of your compliment.
Hey, I didn't know you could speak Saurian.
Oh, I can't. But I can make an educated guess based on her body language.
Yeah, the body language.
Whoa, are all cuckoosaurs as friendly as this one?
Adult cuckoosaurs are usually very proud creatures, but there are always exceptions.
Well, since our cuckoosaur friend kicked things off for us, I know just the place to start. The Flower Feather Clan.
All right, let's do it. Cuckoosaurs live among the Flower Feather Clan, which is suspended high above the mountains. This is a
This is
tribe
cool.
of warriors.
I was
and
hoping we
most
could
of
see
their
some new
people can
tribes.
command the power of the skies. It was the Flower Feather Clan's ancient duty to patrol and safeguard the entire region of Natlan. As elite
so
special
cool.
forces, their job was to detect threats, disseminate intel, and
Whoa.
quickly neutralize any dangers to the nation. Though the circumstances are different now, the tribe never forgot its origins. They still hold trials to assemble the fastest teams in the tribe.
What the hell?
Trials test a pilot's skill and
He's
teamwork
floating?
with the cuckoosaurs.
Oh, I'm so pumped about these
Oh,
cuckoosaurs.
that's awesome. Some new Saurians as well.
cuckoosaurs are the
Yeah.
proudest out of all the Saurians. They know that they're the kings of the sky. Cuckoosaurs can consume phlogiston to climb higher or perform a horizontal roll in
yes.
midair. Holding the
I was
sprint
hoping we
button
get to
allows
fly,
them
bro.
to
That's
enter
so
an
cool.
accelerated glide state after a horizontal roll. In addition, they can even use phlogiston wind tunnels to quickly cover great distances.
Okay, so I'm
That's
assuming
sick.
that cuckoosaurs are really hard to tame.
Yeah, that's true. You need to prove yourself in some worthwhile feat, like demonstrating exceptional archery skill during flight. That's the only way to become a true Kukusaur rider.
Wow, that's so strict.
Huh.
Yeah, tell me about it.
I like how
But
the hot air balloons
now that we've
are
got a
shaped
glimpse
kind
of
of
the
like their
Flower
wings.
Feather Clan, it's time for a quiz.
What? Already?
Yep, I hope you're prepared. Every tribe in Natlan has a unique way of communicating with their Saurian companions. The members of the Flower Feather Clan use a special item to summon their Kukusaurs. What is that item?
A flute.
A basket filled with their favorite foods?
Here's a hint. We just saw the answer in the previous video.
Oh, I remember now. Horn.
Ding ding ding!
Oh.
Kukusaurs
Hey, I was
live
right.
far from the tribe and from
Hey.
each other. So in order to summon them, the tribe's people use whistles and horns to produce loud noises.
That just made the most
So there's
sense.
your overview of Kukusaurs. Maybe they sound a little unapproachable compared to other Saurians, but don't worry, travelers. If you get into a tough
I'm
situation,
just excited to be able to fly.
then
It's so
Chasca,
cool.
the Flower Feather Clan's expert peacemaker, can help mediate the conflict.
Knitch mentioned that her method of mediation is silencing both parties. Is that true?
Sounds about right.
Well, that's only in special cases. Most of the time, Chasca barely needs to intervene. Everyone knows what she's capable of, so
I love her hat 'cause
people
it's like the
usually find a
crow.
way to set aside their differences when
cool.
she shows up.
Oh, so she doesn't just handle conflicts between humans and Saurians. She keeps the peace between people, too.
Exactly. Chasca was corrupted by abyssal power as a child, so she has a strong compulsion to fight, but she knows how to rein it in.
Right. I heard that she was abandoned as a baby. It seems like she's been through a lot.
Yeah, but
Bro,
luckily
I
for her, the
wanna
Kukusaurs
give her a
took her in
hug.
and raised her as one of their own. In addition to hunting and flying, Chasca gained a lot of unique combat experience from her Saurian childhood. When Chasca is in your party, defeating monsters will restore phlogiston to your party.
Course
While she's in the
beneficial to the
Night
party,
Soul's
as
blessing
always.
state, Chasca can ride and control her gun like a Kukusaur.
Huh.
The Soul Sniper doesn't just increase her movement speed and resistance to interruption, it also allows her to get a better angle on her enemies.
Wow, that
You
mid-air
would-
perspective is
You would think
so
I would be
cool.
like really excited about
seems
it, but
so
it's just
liberating.
something weird about
Yeah.
it being
And
like a
Chasca's
big gun.
fierce
It
when
looks like she's
in
riding
the
a
zone.
broom or something.
In the Night Soul's blessing state,
just don't-
Chasca's normal attacks deal animo damage.
So
to
it's like a
enemies in
giant
front of her.
revolver.
Unleashing a charged attack in this state will cause Chasca to
Oh.
enter a special aiming mode.
I feel like
This
I've
allows her
enjoyed
to
more of the
lock onto
other
a set number
Natlan
of enemies
mechanics.
within
That's kind
range
of weird.
And fire up to 6 Shadow Hunt shells, which deal animo damage upon impact. In addition,
Okay.
for every Pyro, Hydro, Cryo, or Electro character in your party, one of Chasca's Shadow Hunt shells will undergo an elemental conversion
Oh,
to deal the
yeah.
corresponding type of elemental
That's
damage.
pretty cool.
Whoa, no way! So
I just don't
Chasca
like the
can
flying
directly
around
deal
on the
other
web. It
types
looks
of elemental
weird.
damage based on the
Maybe that's just
characters
me.
in her party. And since she's an animal character, she can swirl them at the same time. That's awesome.
I thought he said
Yeah, I
animal.
know, right? Her elemental burst has a similar function too.
Huh?
Chasca fires a gale-splitting Soul Seeker shell during her burst, which deals animo damage. The attack then splits into 6 Soul Seeker shells, which
It just looks
continue to
weird.
attack nearby enemies. These shells can also
I think it'd be
undergo
cooler if she could
elemental
just do it herself, but then Scar can already
so
kind of flip.
cool. No wonder she's one of the strongest warriors in her tribe.
Speaking of her tribe, the warriors from the Flower Feather Clan are formidable for sure, but we should also shed some light on those who aren't as skilled.
Oh, are you talking about the wingless? That's what the tribe calls people who fail the flight trials, right? They're the challengers who fail to earn the recognition of a Kukusaur.
Exactly. But the name doesn't
Oh.
indicate that those people are weak or deserve to be cast aside. The Flower Feather
Yes.
Clan has its own definition of strength. There's a tacit understanding that the wingless are supposed to be protected until they can fly by themselves. But that assumption is challenged in Tribal Chronicles Tlalocan. Someone will dare to ask,
Tlalocan.
what if
Oh,
you
that's a-
didn't need a Kukusaur to fly? If you could change the rules, then maybe there wouldn't be any wingless to begin with. Now, whether that's the right path is for us to discover. Chasca will also be there to help us find the answer. So, be sure to check out Chasca's Tribal
What do you
Chronicle
guys think
if you're
about
interested
the
in what happens.
Hangouts?
Is there anything
I feel like a lot of
else
people
that
don't
you
like
can
them
tell
because
us?
it's like you're not really with them. It's more about an NPC
remember how I
focus.
mentioned that Chasca was raised by Cuckoosaurs?
Yeah,
Yes.
tell us about it.
Her
Tell us
Saurian
about
mother will make an appearance in this quest. Even though she's joined human society, Chasca still goes to visit her Saurian mother on occasion, especially when she needs some help with a tough situation.
Oh, so Chasca still has the soft side, even though she's a fearsome warrior.
Definitely.
Oh, she's so pretty
The
though.
Flower Feather Clan is also the setting for the Archon Quest.
Okay, so we
Chapter
are
5
getting
interlude.
another chapter then. Okay,
All
I was
fighters
hoping
feel
so.
the flame.
I don't know why I didn't think
The
so.
tribe is facing a
I
crisis,
think maybe because
and they'll
the
need
week
the
is not
travelers'
here
help
yet.
to find a solution.
So I was worried.
What kind of crisis?
Well, the Flower Feather clan suffered the worst of the abyssal contamination during the battle in version 5.1. It's not just the human body that can't withstand high concentrations of abyssal power.
That was
For most
rough,
people,
man.
it also damages the mind. Many members of the Flower Feather clan are suffering from the mental repercussions of the abyss, and
Through
the
the
tribe
head,
is in
yes.
desperate need of aid. Iansan will be there too. After rebuilding her own tribe, the Collective of Plenty, she's traveling around Natlan to help those in need.
The people of Natlan really
So are
value
we only
unity,
getting
don't
one
they?
new tribe?
No one fights alone.
Right.
That's one of my favorite things about Natlan. Oh,
Oh,
wait.
Capitano, what the fuck?
It looks like the captain will also be there.
Yes, the captain will also offer help to the tribe.
Hell
You may
yeah.
pick up on some interesting information if you pay close attention to what he has to say. The captain rarely gives away too much information in his regular interactions, but his secrecy here seems a little peculiar. So keep an eye out. But of course, restoring Natlan's fighting spirit remains the top priority. After all, the war isn't over yet. The
No.
abyssal contamination
only
is
just got
still
started.
around, and we have a very important battle ahead. Natlan needs mental fortitude more than ever before.
The Flower Feather clan is pretty close to the Masters of the Night Wind, where the Ictomosaurs live. That tribe could be another good place to recover from the battle.
Oh yeah, let's check it out.
Okay, so we are getting. Alright,
If
I
you
was
head
sure.
west from the Stadium of the Sacred Flame
that
and go
looks
past
so
the towering
cool.
walls, you eventually arrive at the settlement of the mysterious Masters of the Night Wind.
Man.
The tribal settlement
where's the mouse
offers a
there?
unique
Yeah, here.
glowing landscape at night. If you venture even further, then you might encounter the tribe's one Ictomosaur elder or one of the many shamans who can communicate with spirits. I even heard that the witch doctors who live there can help cleanse your spirit. Plus, the graffiti art is really incredible.
Yes, it
In
looks
fact,
so cool.
there's
It's
something
like
special about
alive.
this one. Can you figure it out, travelers?
Looks like a crow.
It's kind of tricky, right? Well, don't worry. The Ictomosaurs can help us out. Ictomosaurs are known for their wisdom. They can use their
they
unique
look
sight
wise.
to detect things that can't be seen through normal means.
Whoa, okay.
That's pretty cool.
Ictomosaurs are especially skilled at detecting ley lines and phlogiston. They can absorb power from phlogiston objects to
hop up.
enhance their abilities. Doing so allows them to
I like the
jump higher,
jump.
move faster, or even obtain surprising rewards. Ictomosaurs can also extract information from graffiti art to create special objects.
Whoa, what the
I
hell?
bet that'll come in handy for solving puzzles.
Definitely, especially
That's
in Tribal
unique,
Chronicles
okay.
Mictlan, which will become available in version 5.2. The first two acts feature a lot of intriguing puzzles, so be sure to check them out, travelers. Some
Hell
of them
yeah.
will require the help of an Ictomosaur, and others can be solved on your own.
I noticed that Ictomosaurs can perform fast-paced jumps when they have enough phlogiston, and it looks like so much fun. Do we know anyone who can use that ability?
Horaud?
Besides
He's-
the new Saurian, I mean.
Yes, Auroron can do it too. Like the Ictomosaurs,
I
Auroron has
want him
the
so
ability
bad,
to
dude.
rise into the air.
He's so
He also
cool
has a
looking.
keen sense of perception. While charging an aimed shot, Auroron will enter the spirit speaker state, allowing him to extract power from Natlan's graffiti and runes.
Whoa.
Speaking of Auroron, I was honestly super surprised by his personality.
Yeah.
Before the 5.1 Archon Quest,
I
I
thought
thought
he was-
that he looked like a stern, stoic, and
Yep.
harsh type of character. But as it turns out, he's just a sweet kid.
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
very sweet.
It's kind of unexpected, right? Is he
Oh, I wanna
really
get him so
that
bad.
sweet though? Just to think about all the sneaking around behind his granny's back.
Dude, that cutscene
True.
killed me where he's just like,
Tribespeople
I gotta
of the
go.
Masters
And he's
of the
like a
Night
mile
Wind are
away
known
from
for
her.
being
We're like, what
eccentric.
the hell? That was
But
so silly.
Auroron really takes it to the next level.
Yeah, it sounds like he does things his own way. I wonder if that extends to his combat abilities.
It does. Auroron is a bit different from the Natlan characters we've met so far. He doesn't need to depend on the Night Soul's Blessing state to gain Night Soul points, and he can maintain the Night Soul's Blessing state even while he's off-field.
Ah, that does sound different from
That's
the other
cool.
Natlan characters. So how do his abilities work?
Let me start by explaining how Auroron gains Night Soul points.
So is he a DPS?
This can
or...
happen in multiple
'Cause
ways.
that's my problem.
For example, Auroron can gain Night Soul points when one of his party members
Oh,
triggers a
Taser
Night Soul
Team.
burst. He can also gain them when other party members deal Hydro or Electro attacks to enemies
Cookie.
after Auroron unleashes his Elemental skill.
Oh, then it sounds like he works well with Hydro and Electro characters.
Yeah, taser action. That's what I
Yep.
saw in that party.
And in combat, when enemies take damage from electro-charged reactions, or
Okay.
other party members deal Night Soul-aligned damage, Auroron can consume Night Soul points to enter the Night Soul's Blessing state and
Wish we could see how
trigger
much
the
damage he's
Hypersense
doing.
effect, dealing electro
That's still
damage.
really cool though.
Oh, I see. So you need to pair him with the right characters if you want him to gain Night Soul points, enter the Night Soul's Blessing state, and trigger the effect.
It's
Exactly.
so weird. Why would they?
Though I should mention that Auroron doesn't need to be on the field to trigger the Hypersense effect.
Wait, he
Oh.
can trigger it even while he's off-field? That sounds really useful.
Ooh,
Totally. His Elemental Burst
okay.
provides a convenient way
Whoa,
to
what the
deal
fuck?
damage and support your party. Auroron performs an ancient reach roll with his burst
It's like sound
to summon a
waves.
supersonic oculus, which taunts nearby enemies to draw them in. Once they're up close,
That's
the
an
oculus
oculus?
releases a sound wave to deal damage.
That should be great for crowd control.
Yes, with Auroron in your party,
Hmm.
dealing with large groups of enemies should be a lot easier. And speaking of making things easier,
They're not using them
Auroron
with
can also
Raiden, though.
improve the exploration experience by boosting the gliding speed of your characters.
Awesome.
Ooh.
Auroron really cherishes his friends. With a little teamwork on his side, I'm sure victory will always be within reach.
Cool. So we introduced two of the upcoming regions in this
Yeah,
update.
so
the
we still have one
Flowerfeather
left.
Clan and the Masters of the Nightwind. But there's more. Version 5.2 actually introduces another new region. It's called Natlan.
Oh, I think we caught a glimpse of this.
Yeah, we
ancient
saw
city
that
when
in the
we were
video.
looking at the Flowerfeather clan.
Yeah.
It's really beautiful from far away, but those clouds look kind of ominous. It looks completely abandoned. Is it dangerous?
Yes, this is a restricted area in Natlan due to its
Damn.
severe abyssal contamination, and
Okay.
it seems uninhabited. Over the years, many adventurers have
who's that
come
little
here in
floaty
search
guy?
of treasure or to slay the dragon. Unfortunately, none of them have ever returned. The Flowerfeather clan often sends riders to patrol the area and to prevent people from getting too close.
Damn, that
Wait,
looks so cool.
did you say slay the dragon?
Yeah, I know we introduced some adorable saurians earlier, but this creature is actually really terrifying. It occupies this ancient city
Is it
and
an
guards it
abyss
fiercely.
dragon?
If it detects an intruder, then it will attack without hesitation.
Oh, we got some
Okay,
Dark
that's
Souls shit
pretty
going on
concerning.
here.
It's easy to take human-saurian coexistence for granted these days, but it actually took generations of
All the
effort to
music in the
reach this
background is so ominous.
This relationship wasn't nearly so harmonious in the ancient past. Travelers will need to explore Natlan to uncover the reason behind this dragon's rampage.
Oh, that's
Of course,
fucking sick.
travelers won't have to do this alone. Here, take a look.
Oh,
Yeah, who's
what's
this
that?
little guy?
This is a very important companion who will help us explore Natlan.
That's so cute.
His name is Kokoweek. As for his power, well, why don't you take a guess?
Okay, is he our moral support? You know, maybe he could make a cute noise every now and then to cheer us up.
Hey,
I think he
let's
can
not
see
put our
something or something
Tapetlosaur
like
friend
that.
out of a job. Little one works really hard.
Okay, then I've got nothing.
Remember how I mentioned that Natlan is heavily corroded by the abyss?
Yes.
Well, that's where Kokoweek comes in. We can use his power to clear abyssal contamination. Follow the direction indicated by his light to collect
Yeah,
secret
it's a little-
source scraps and enhance his power.
Oh, she's pretty.
Once Kokoweek has enough power, you can take him to track down the evil
Awesome
dragon.
sauce laser.
What a useful little guy.
I know, right?
The tainted
Now, travelers
one.
can explore Natlan with two companions, Kokoweek and Little One. In fact, I've heard there's even a special token around here that can enable Little One to traverse a volcano. A new adventure with Little One awaits in version 5.2. This
Let's
update will bring us
go.
one step closer to uncovering the mysteries of Little One's past. Familiar Saurian companions can also help us explore Natlan. For example, with the help
What
of a
the-
Kaholasaur, we can evade source mechanism attacks. With the help of an Ikitomisaur, we can solve certain puzzles. With the help of a Kukusaur, we might even be able to chase down the evil dragon.
Oh, we're gonna
But
fight that
we'll
dragon,
leave the rest
bro.
for you to
Oh, I'm
discover,
so excited.
travelers.
Wait, are those some kind of lava fish? Does
Well, what
this
the
mean
hell?
we can fish in Natlan?
Yes, but I've got some
Oh.
friendly advice, travelers. You should be very careful while exploring Natlan. Some of the abyssal monsters here can distort their appearance to mimic powerful enemies.
Whoa, that's
High-level
like an
monsters such
angel.
as the Tenebrous Papilla can mimic even stronger enemies.
Huh? It looks like these monsters take the form of plants outside of combat.
Yep, that's true. The Abyss has corroded Natlan's ley
Ooh.
lines, allowing these monsters to read the memories inside of them and mimic creatures from Tevat.
How do we
Dude,
defeat
that's
them?
fucking
Travelers will need to use
wild.
elemental attacks to break the enemy's protective void wards. Doing so allows
This
them
is
to
like from the
take
event we
damage
just did.
and causes them to enter a brief state of confusion.
So was
Night
the
Soul
event the
aligned
test?
elemental attacks are especially effective against these wards.
Wow, the Abyss has gotten so advanced.
Tenebrous
It's scary to think
Papilla.
about how much
Papilla?
harder these fights will get if these abyssal monsters continue to evolve.
Damn, dude,
Yeah.
that's fucking wild.
Okay, that was a lot of information to take in at once. But before we take our first break, we still have a couple of short announcements. Really short, I promise.
Okay.
First up, limited time exploration rewards will be available
Yeah.
in version 5.2. Just like in version 5.1, travelers can earn up to 400 extra Primo Gems. And the rewards will be available all the way through version 5.3. It's now time to introduce the event wishes. In the first half of version 5.2, travelers can look forward to event wishes from
Two
Chasca
bow
and Link.
users.
Horaud will also receive a drop rate boost.
It's a
And in the
shame.
second half of version 5.2, we'll have returning
What the
event
hell?
wishes for Zhongli and New Glen. The weapon banner will
put
feature a
both
new
Pappas
5-star bow,
next to each other?
Astral Vulture's Crimson Plumage, and two
That's
new
sick
Natlan
looking.
specific 4-star weapons. Be sure to check them out if you're interested.
I really like
All
that
right,
bow.
it's time
That's
for our
pretty
first
cool.
break. Once we come back, we'll dive right into the event portion.
Okay. So another bit of codes. Dude, that's so cute. I love that they're like, I guess they're like little, they made me think of like owls and dragons mixed together, kind of. Like something along those lines. The other Saurians. But dude, that's so cool. Being able to fly and everything. And I'm not trying to say anything bad about Chasca either. It's just like watching that, I was like, man, it looks kind of strange seeing her fly around on a big gun. I thought it'd be cooler to have her just do it on her own, I guess. But like I said, that'd be taken away from Wanderer, maybe. That might make those fans mad, be like she's just another Wanderer or whatever. I'm curious if she can go, like, and fly longer, because she has the phlogiston as well. So I assume she could fly her normal bit, and then only while she's in Natlan fly an extended bit further. And then also going through those rings, it looked like. So very curious to see. She'll definitely be the one character I'm going to pass for now, because I really want to save for a week. I've been pretty lucky this entire region, and I just want to save now. Oh, I was going to say, is it going to end when they all cross the screen?
Welcome back, travelers.
Welcome back! Let's dive straight into the event section. So in the first event, we'll get to learn more
That
about the
sword
Masters
looks
of the Nightwind.
cool.
That's right. In the version
Just-
5.2 event,
shit.
Ikitomi Spirit-Seeking Scrolls, travelers will team up with Citlali and Auroron to get to the bottom of a mysterious
Oh, Granny's
accident
here.
that occurred within their tribe.
Travelers will need to complete combat challenges
Wonder when
to
she
defeat
comes out
enemies
next.
who try to disrupt the ritual. They'll also need to reconstruct scenes from the tribe's woven scrolls and gather lost spirits scattered throughout the region. Travelers will only be able to uncover the truth if they collect all the clues. But don't worry, there are also various rewards to earn along the
dude.
way, including Primo Gems.
Ooh, I really like the vibe of this
Damn,
event.
dude.
It looks
They
like
look so
Citlali is
cool.
performing some kind of ritual. It's also mysterious.
When a situation gets tough, it's Granny to the rescue.
Guy.
Definitely.
Always count on Granny.
Citlali and Auroron
She's so
have some
cute.
really fun dialogue in this event.
I'm always grabbing the popcorn whenever these two interact. They're practically a two-person show.
Yeah, they're
And
silly.
Speaking of fun, let's get into the event gameplay.
Okay.
First up is the Search for Lost Spirits minigame. Travelers will have to work together to herd the scattered roaming spirits into specific zones to earn
it's
points.
co-op.
Pay attention to the conditions on the field if you want a higher score. For
Or-
example, travelers can
Huh?
jump on stone slabs that appear on the field. These slabs will break open and release even more spirits. Storms may also appear during the game.
Huh.
You can track down spirits more effectively if you pay attention to the direction of the storms.
In Evil Banisher, travelers will need to select the right teams to complete the objectives. Completing all of the objectives will award you the Banishing Aura, which allows you to
Whoa,
deal
there's, like,
AoE
two
damage
different
by
colors on the
spraying
top
paint
there.
at enemies.
That paint really matches the Masters of the Night Wind's aesthetic.
Whoa.
It's super cool.
Yeah,
That makes me
and
think
so
of
does
Rappa
the
a little
Spirit
bit.
Loom in restoring fragmented records. Citlali will use her powers to reveal special fragments. Travelers will need to piece these fragments together
No,
and
you gotta put it
assemble them
underneath.
on a woven
Yeah,
scroll.
yeah, yeah.
Make sure that
That's
you pay
cool.
attention to the order and positions of the fragments. Oh, there's something else that we should mention.
Yeah, that weapon looks
Travelers
sick.
can obtain a
What does
new
it do?
4-star sword by completing this
Click
event.
on it. What does it
The
do?
design definitely fits the Masters of the Night Wind. It looks like some kind of ceremonial artifact.
I totally agree.
Click on the
And
details.
this event will allow travelers to learn more about
Why don't they ever
Natlan's
tell us what these
secrets.
things do?
For example, this quest will reveal new clues about a mysterious and legendary place, the Mare Javari.
Wow, we've been hearing about this place since Mondstadt. It'll be nice to get some new information. On a related note, the Adventurers Guild has prepared a
Catherine.
new trial for its members. Active adventurers have been invited to take on the challenge, including the Traveler. Travelers will need to complete various challenges with
it
designated
was a heart.
characters and fully leverage their skills to earn rewards. I know you're up to
Ooh.
the challenge, Travelers. Good luck.
In Mondstadt-related
Sweet.
news, the Knights of Favonius are conducting a war game to improve security tactics in the region. And who better to test these tactics than the Honorary Knight? Be sure to pay close attention to the game, since the format has changed this time. Travelers will need to select combat units and stratagems to deploy
Oh,
against the
these-
opposing formation.
I never
Once
really
the
care for
lineup is
these.
set, the
It's
monsters
just like
will
you said
fight
it and you just
automatically.
watch.
Available
Yeah.
combat units and stratagems are completely random. You know, just to build some unpredictability into the wargame. The chances of encountering elite combat units
He's just
increases
freaking-
as the wargame progresses.
Stabbing him with the end
Even
of
more
it.
elite
And then he
monsters
kicked
will
him.
be
Oh,
available
okay,
for
this actually
travelers
looks
to
kinda
use.
silly.
It's a volatile
I
environment.
like how it's from the
So do your
side.
best to
I
win
thought it
as
was
many
going to
rounds
move.
as possible, earn
Just
wargame
like the
medals,
fighting game.
and collect the rewards.
Okay.
All right, let's
That
keep
looks
the
so bad.
excitement rolling in this next event. We actually have a demo, so please take a look.
Oh,
Oh, looks
Uh-oh.
like they're selecting tactics.
please
Double
don't be
damage.
TCG.
That sounds powerful. Whoa, it's automated. Cool. The elemental reaction effects are completely different.
Wait, auto
This
battle.
brand new heated battle mode is called Automatic Artistry. Powerful support cards have been added for nearly every elemental reaction. Choose cards that align with your strategies to trigger powerful elemental reactions. The effects will change depending on how you play. In addition, the overall gameplay is very laid back. Characters will automatically duel each other, and skill animations are now shorter in length.
Wow, it's like we got a whole new Genius Invocation TCG after coming back from Natlan. Talk about whiplash.
That's right. Even if you've never played Genius Invocation before, I really recommend checking out this new gameplay mode in version 5.2.
Yeah, I never liked it because
The
it
new
was always
version
so
will
slow.
also bring a few updates
Oh,
to regular Genius
Rosaria.
Invocation TCG.
Do you ever feel a little cooped up while you're playing card games? Well, don't worry about that. Our next event will give travelers the opportunity to enjoy the great outdoors. In Claw Convoy, travelers will need to help Lamia track down some adopted animals.
Oh.
Travelers will be able to see
What's
the
that cute
animal's
little
point
thing
of
up in the
view by
top left?
using a special tool. Once you've managed to deduce their location, you'll be able to track them down. Once the animals are safe and sound, travelers will receive a gift from the mysterious figure who adopted them.
Oh.
I feel like Auroron would really shine in this event.
Look
He's
at the little
definitely an
Hootao.
animal lover.
I can see that. I'm sure that he would jump at the chance to meet animals from other nations.
That's so
Yeah.
cute.
Finally, the Leyline Overflow
Yes.
event will return in version 5.2.
Always
If you need
appreciative.
Mora or character EXP materials, then keep an eye out.
Alright, let's dive into some updates and game optimizations.
All right, what you
First
got?
up is the change to the Imaginarium Theater. Previously, travelers would be returned to the theater lobby after completing a challenge
Yes, which
and
is
have to
annoying as
reopen the
fuck.
Fantasia Tome to continue. Travelers provided feedback that this setup interrupted their experience.
100%.
So, this will no longer be the case in version 5.2. Now, after finishing a battle,
you just go
all
right
you need
next
to do
to the
is
next
click
act?
Next Act if you want to keep fighting.
That's so much better. Thank you.
Travelers
That
can
should have
now
been
enjoy
begin
the thrill of
like
combat
right off the
without
get-go. They should
any
have done that.
interruptions.
And for all the generous travelers who like to configure supports for their friends, a supporting caster record has been added in the new update.
Huh?
You can now check which friends have borrowed your supports by looking at the supporting
Okay,
caster
that's actually
screen.
pretty cool.
Cool. It'll be nice to know that our
I
supports
mean,
are
not that I have
helping
anybody
people
on there
out.
anyways, but
Yep.
that's cool.
Oh, and the party configuration mechanic has also been optimized. Besides the elemental filtering, the Imaginarium Theater will now feature recommended row icons, elemental statistics, and markers for the main types of enemies.
That
That
is
is
so helpful.
fucking nice.
I'll
They
occasionally
help
put
you plan
together a
faster.
random team if I've just started experimenting with some characters, but this information should make it a lot easier to form strategic teams.
Yeah.
These markers will display key information on how to counter enemies, but in a much more prominent position. Hopefully, this change will make it easier
That's
for
fucking
travelers
cool.
to
I
form
like that
the
a
best
lot.
teams.
Yes. Now we can directly see which elements work best against specific enemies. That's definitely going to save some time.
For sure. And we can expect even more optimizations in the future as travelers continue to provide valuable feedback about their experiences. Okay, let's introduce the other system optimizations coming in version 5.2. You can now sort 5-star artifacts in your inventory based on when you obtained them, from the most recent to the oldest. Second, the animations for crafting materials, forging weapons, building furniture, and cooking dishes are now shorter in length.
Oh, that's nice. I
really
actually do
nice.
appreciate that.
The
But why
dev
won't
team
you give
designed
us
a lot of
artifact
intricate
loadouts? We've been
animations for these
asking
features,
forever.
but it can feel a
You're doing
bit frustrating
everything
when you
but
have to
that.
watch them over and over again.
There will also be several optimizations for the Serena Teapot. The seed dispensary can now hold more of every type of seed.
Oh, that's
You'll be
cool.
able to purchase wood at the Realm Depot in exchange for Realm currency. In addition, the cooldown for the boon of the Elder Tree will be reduced to 5 seconds.
Oh
This
my
way,
god!
it'll be easier for travelers to collect wood.
Yes, I've been complaining about that
I've been
since
meaning to use some
we first
cool
got it.
replicas in my Serena teapot, but I'm always
always
short
said it was
on
way
wood.
too
So
long.
this should be really helpful.
That's very
Nice.
nice.
I'm
Thank
so
you.
excited for you.
Thank you.
And optimizations have been made to artifact locking. The updated lock assistance interface will allow you to configure lock settings with a single click. Just hit Use Recommended Settings and you're set. The recommended set lock plans will even update automatically based on popular in-game configurations. Of course, if you have your own ideas in mind, then you can always
Still
disable the
not-
recommended plans to
That's
configure
not what we want.
custom
We
ones
want
instead.
loadouts,
The
custom
update
loadouts.
also allows you to batch lock artifacts in your inventory based on the recommended general lock plan and set lock plans.
That's
This
actually
will make
pretty cool.
it much faster to organize your inventory. In addition,
that's actually
a
nice.
shortcut button that navigates to the Lock Assistance interface will be added to the Artifact Domain Challenge screen and the Artifact Acquisition screen. This should make it easier for
Ah.
travelers to configure their locking rules whenever they want. A star feature will also be added next to the lock button on each artifact. Travelers can use this feature to mark their favorite artifacts and filter by stars to quickly track them down.
Finally, treasure compasses will now be able to locate even more treasure locations, including Sealies and time trial challenges.
Oh,
A quick swap feature will also be added for treasure compasses and Oculus Resonance Stones.
that's actually really
Enabling
cool.
this feature will allow travelers to more easily use these devices across regions. The feature will automatically switch to the compass or stone that corresponds to your location in the game.
Awesome.
Be
That's
sure to
pretty
check out
cool.
future announcements for more details on the version 5.2 optimizations.
All right, that was a lot of info, so this seems like a good time for our second break.
It's time for the third redemption code.
The final one. Yeah, like I said, it's just there's so many things they go about doing that just don't make sense to me. Like, I understand certain optimizations for the artifacts, but we've been begging for loadouts. Like that, the marked is as close as we're gonna get. Like, how hard is it to make it to where you have a character and say, for example, let's just use Raiden for example. Say, for example, you have her built on Emblem, which most people do. Some people like using her for Hyperbloom. Well, if you want to put her on a different set, be it Gilded or the other one, then you're going to have to go through and find all those artifacts, but you can't just go ahead and make it to where you have a set loadout for that character for whatever it is you want to do. Like, I think that would be so much more beneficial. They had it in Honkai. I know it's in Honkai Impact. I remember that for a fact. I just don't know why they won't implement it. It's like they're doing everything but that. So silly to me. But some really cool optimizations nonetheless, though.
Welcome back, travelers. What else do we have on the agenda, Gabe?
We have some very exciting news to share. After the version update on November 20th, travelers will be able to play Genshin Impact on the Xbox Series X and S.
That's cool,
Log
but I don't
into
care about
Genshin
that.
Impact on Xbox Series X and S consoles to receive the Wind Glider Wings of Fate's Course Intertwined. Additionally, Xbox Game Pass Ultimate members can play Genshin Impact via cloud gaming. They'll also find extra rewards in their in-game mailbox.
Awesome.
All right, that should be everything.
That's it. That's just
That
how
means
we're gonna
that
end
we've
it.
reached the end of the special program. Is there anything that you want to say before we go, Kai?
Yes, I'm really looking forward to all the new characters. Chasca and her weapons seem really incredible. I'd love to see how her travel chronicle unfolds because she has such an amazing personality. And Auroran seems like a very layered character. The
Yes, he
storytelling
seems
is
so fun. I would
definitely
love
going
to have
shine.
him.
What about you, Gabe?
Yeah, I'm just so excited for players to experience more of the Natlan storyline. And we have so much to explore this time. I mean, 2 new tribes and
And
a
a whole
new
new
area as
region.
well.
I'm excited
And
about that. That's
one
one
thing
of my
I've
favorite
always
things.
loved about Genshin Impact is how it's multi-platform. Like, I'm always logging in on different devices depending on where I am.
Wouldn't
so
know.
it's just exciting to see another platform become available for everyone.
That is
And,
cool.
I
I play on PC, so I don't need it on console.
I hope you have fun with the new version, travelers.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, that's not to say that it's like a bad thing, because obviously being able to play on Xbox is cool, because that's a whole new slew of people who have never had the chance to play the game before. Okay, so I wanted to see the beginning video again since it was being stupid. I wanted to actually
We're a
see
tribe of
it.
warriors. In ancient times, we were responsible for patrolling and defending all of Natlan.
Oh, it's so cool.
So Archon's still managing to sow discord, even after all these years.
If you want to resolve a conflict through dialogue, sometimes you need a third-party facilitator. At this time and place, I'll bet the easiest
Yeah, like I
person
said, it's
to
cool as
find
she could
is-
fly. It just looks so weird on the gun. Interesting
His
concept.
spirit
I
has
would
gotten
better
lost
fly on a
and
dragon.
can't
That'd
find
be
its way back to his body.
I just want to rescue someone, and Granny won't let me.
"500 years later, mystery surfaced again.
I worry that we risk repeating the mistakes of the Cinder City.
As long as the soul is involved, I should be able to help. Be free!
That enemy is wild. I'm actually excited to try and fight that.
Time to say hello.
Knock him down.
It's either your end or mine!
Before the final moment truly arrives, we must fight harder than ever."
Ah, damn. Yeah, that's actually really cool. I was so mad I kept messing up earlier. I don't understand what was happening. I wanted to pause it on.
Arrives. We must fight harder than ever.
There we go. But yeah, I'm actually very much looking forward to the update. Like I said, it's actually kind of nice to not want every single character. And it's not to say that any character is bad for not wanting them. Like for me, it's always like, and whenever a new region comes out, I'm always know I'm going to go for the Archon. I'm going to try at least. But then it's just kind of like hit or miss. Like I said, when I did Fontaine, I skipped everybody. I didn't go for Lenny, I didn't go for Nuvalet, and I didn't go for Risley, who still hasn't got a rerun. I think that's a crime. And I passed all of them to go just specifically for Furina, whereas this time around, it's just like, man, I feel like they've all just hit so much harder because I love using Mulan. She's so much fun. Kinich was an accident, not mad about that by any means, because he's also extremely fun to play. And then just getting Shilonen, I'm like, dude, like everybody's been awesome. I barely used Kachina though because I had a feeling I might go for Shilonen, so I was just like, eh. But I might actually try and build her because she's super cute. But like I said, it's just one of those things where I was just like, man, it just Natlan characters just hit so much different. I think it's also too because of the movement mechanics, because you know with Mulan you can swim around on the water, with Kinich you could fucking Spider-Man everywhere, and then with Shilonen you could just fucking ride up the walls on your on your skates and just pause and be like, yeah, just chilling. It's pretty cool. I'm like, it's wild. It definitely, if you would have showed me this when I was playing like Genshin 1.0, I'd be like, what the hell? Like, there's no way this is the same game. So it's crazy how far it's come. And really cool to see as well. And I'm very curious to see what's going to happen with the whole VAs and whatnot, because I saw that Alejandro, the guy who does Sayu's voice, Sino's voice, sorry, he had mentioned something about that Hoya dropped the company, so maybe we might have some English VAs come back, because I know people were talking about the last event that just happened and how weird it was not having any VAs. I'm like, that had to be strange. I'm very fortunate that there's not really much happening in the Japanese community as far as I know, with the whole AI situation and whatnot, but it's just very strange. Like, I couldn't imagine expecting it. You know, it's one thing when you do a World Quest, you don't expect any voices there, but when you're doing an event and you're like, why aren't these characters voiced? Like, that had to be strange. But I really hope all that gets resolved and we can go back to everybody just enjoying the game how they want to. But yeah, like I said, this version for me is going to be a pass just so I can save to go for Movuika, but that doesn't mean that there's not anything awesome. Like, obviously, I wish everybody the best of luck for pulling for Chasca, who doesn't want to fly around all of Natlan. And I'm very curious to see how well she does outside of Natlan, too, because I know that's the thing that once you take them outside of the area they're from, they kind of lose a little bit of the power. It's not as good. But I'm very curious to see the team rotations, everything with her, especially with Horaud. Being able to bring Taser up was really cool. Obviously, I'm going to use Kaching and him if I ever get him. I think that'd be really cool. Probably Raiden and Shinsho, maybe. I don't know. I guess we'll see whenever that comes out. But for me, like I said, I'm going to have to pass on him for now since he's on a banner I don't really want to wish on. And I'm still traumatized from trying to go for Arlecchino's weapon and getting Lenny's bow twice. Just like, ugh. And then they removed the fate point right after that happened to me. They're like, oh yeah, only one more fate point now. I'm like, whatever. Like I said, I really hope for some artifact loadouts. That's still something I've been complaining about for a long time. But being able to have the wood, to collect the wood cooldown, that's sick. And I also like the fact that they updated the compass as well. I think that's really neat. That'll be extremely helpful because there's so many times where I get lost trying to find something. And if I would just had a compass of some sort to point me towards it, you'd be surprised at how obvious it is too. You went past that spot like a million times. You're like, it was right there. It's like, it was just right there. And I just fucking went past it so many times, but neither here nor there. Either way, as I said, want to wish anybody who's pulling for Chasca or Lenny or either of the Papas on the other side, Zhongli and Nouvelle on the same banner is wild. But best of luck on any of the pools you're going for, and if you're like me as well, save it for Movuika. Best of luck saving. Hopefully you can save. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to seeing what they have in store for us in the story and being able to explore all the new areas. I'm so excited because this not being able to have any new areas this version was sad for me. But I'm just now wrapping up all my exploration, so it's all good. But let me know what you guys think down below. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you do, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment. As I said, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do. I'd love to have you here. And you can feel free to share your guys' thoughts on the stream and or the story or whatnot. Feel free. If you haven't subscribed yet, like I said, feel free. We'd love to have you here. And if you want to check out any of the stuff I post, you can check the links in the description. Or if you go to the playlist page, there's all kinds of stuff for you guys. Thank you so much for the support. Hope you have an amazing day. Be sure to take care of yourselves. I'll see you guys in the next one.